Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dewi Sustiawati. My student ID number is 332100067. I'm from class 336801. I made this video for Project 2, Final Task Syntax. In part 1, I choose the material. There are grammatical relation and structure dependence. The first one is grammatical relation, also known as grammatical function or grammatical roles. The set of grammatical relation is subject, predicate, direct object, indirect object, and oblique object. The notions such as subject, object, and predicate represents the grammatical relation each constituent plays in the given sentence. For example, the lion punched on the child on Thursday. The sentence can be structurally represented in terms of grammatical relation as in the following. Sentence, subject, the lion, predicate, punch on, object, a child, and modifier on Thursday. As shown here, the lion is the subject in terms of its grammatical relation. A child is the object, while the verb punch on functions as a predicate which describe a property of the subject. And on Thursday, is serving as a modifier here. First one is subject. The first sentence, subject, the snake caught the eagle. Sentence 2, subject, the eagle caught the snake. These two sentences have exactly the same words and have the same predicate caught. Yet, there are significantly different in meaning. And the main difference comes from what serves a subject or object with respect to the predicate. In sentence 1, the subject is snake, whereas in sentence 2, it is the eagle. And the object is the eagle in sentence 1, but the snake in sentence 2. Next is direct object. In active, declarative clauses, the direct object is after the main verb. For example, my mother cooked the meal. The meal is object. It corresponds to the grammatical subject in passive constructions. For example, the meal was cooked by my mother. The meal is grammatical subject. The direct object typically refers to patients. Is affected by the action of the verb. For example, my brother broke the door. The door is patient because is affected by the action of the verb. Next is indirect object. Is the noun phrase that benefits from the actions of the verb. For example, I give Sarah a birthday gift. Sarah is indirect object. An oblique object is the noun that are complements to prepositions. For example, I give a birthday gift to Sarah. Sarah is oblique object. The next is predicative complements. The noun phrase which follow the verbs but don't have a direct or indirect objects are known as predicate complements. Instead, they function as the predicate of the subject or the object. For example, this is my ultimate desire. My ultimate desire is predicative complements. John become a good teacher. A good teacher is a predicative complements. And I consider Andy the best writer. The best writer is predicative complements. In the above example, the underlying elements function as the predicates of the respective subject. And the last one is modifier. There are elements which don't complement the verb but are optional. It's called modifier. For example, the bus stopped suddenly. I buy a book from the new bookstore, and she failed English test because she cannot understand it. Modifier are also called adjunct or adverbial expression. They specify the manner, location, time, or reasons, such as how, when, where, or why, of event or actions. Multiple modifier can be used in one sentence different from complements. Another material is the structure dependence. Structure dependence is a property that deals with the structure or compositional characteristic of language. The role of language are structure dependent because they depend on the structure of construction and their constituents in order to operate. This means that the structured language has a hierarchical organization. And hierarchical organization sentences are structured hierarchically, not just linearly. It can be seen from the sentence structure, which elements stack on top of each other to form a hierarchical tree or called syntactic tree and diagram tree. For example, a sentence like "the girl is beautiful" can be broken down into its constituent parts. The is determined, noun, girl is a noun, and is auxiliary verb, and beautiful is adjective. This hierarchical structure is important for knowing the meaning of the sentence and producing grammatically correct sentence. And this is example of structure dependence. The first one is yes or no questions. Forming yes or no questions involves moving the auxiliary verbs to the front of the sentence. This movement relies on a sentence structure, not just linear order. For example, declarative clause, the girl is pretty, become interrogative clause, is the girl pretty? Declarative clause, the book is on the table, become interrogative clause, is the book on the table? And last, the declarative clause, we can go, become interrogative clause, can we go? And these are example of the yes or no questions in structure dependence because the rule of forming yes or no questions depend on the hierarchical structure of the sentence. In order to render an interrogative clause out of initial declarative one, the verb from the main clause in example 1 is needs to be moved to the front of the sentence. And the next is relative clause. The forming relative clause involves using relatives pronouns such as who or which to connect the relative clauses to the main clause. For example, the girl who is short is my sister. Main clause, the girl is sister. Relative clause, the girl is short. This is an example of relative clause in the structure dependence because the rules for forming relative clauses depend on the hierarchical structure of the sentence. And the next is in structure independence. Structure independence is a property that isn't deals with the hierarchical organization but rather uses linear order. The application of the computationally simpler structure independence rules only requires the speaker to be able to identify the units which confirm a sequence and their linear order. So, whereas a structured independence rule may rely on arithmetic concepts such as first, Third, and or less, a structure-dependent rule relies on concepts such as main constituent, subordinate constituent, or main clauses and relative clauses, and so on. And this is the example of structure dependence. Linear order. The linear order of words in a sentence is important for knowing the meaning of the sentence. For example, the girl is pretty. Pretty is the girl. The girl is pretty and pretty is the girl, all different. This is an example of linear order in structure independence because the rule of the sentence formation depend on the linear order of words. Different words orders have different meaning in the sentence. And this is the source material, and these are source materials. And part 2. Solve our problems and explain this case using the tree diagram and explain about the deep structure. Number 1, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Break down into 2 parts, noun phrase. Noun phrase break down into 4 parts. The is determined. Quick is adjective, brown is adjective, and fox is noun. For praise, break down into 2. Jumps is verb. Prepositional praise, break down into 2. Over is preposition. And non-praise, break down into 3. The is determined, lazy is adjective, and dog is noun. For the deep structure, this quick brown jumps and the quick brown fox over the lazy dog. Number 2, the girl who is wearing a red dress is dancing. This is break down into 2. Non-praise break down into 3. The is determined, girl is noun, and relative clause is who is wearing a red dress. Break down into 2. Relative pronoun and verb phrase. Relative pronoun, who is relative pronoun? And verb phrase break down into 2. Is wearing is verb. Noun phrase break down into 3. A is determiner. Red is adjective and dress is noun. And verb phrase is dancing is verb. For the deep structure, main clause, the girl is dancing. With relative clause, the girl is wearing a red dress. Number 3, Giovanna saw the Yehezkiela with the telescope. Break down into 2. Noun phrase, Giovanna is pronoun. Verb phrase, break down into 3. Saw is verb. Noun phrase, break down into 2. The is determiner and Yehezkiela is noun. And prepositional phrase, break down into 2. With is preposition. And noun phrase break down into 2. The is determiner and telescope is noun. For deep structure, Giovanna saw and Giovanna the Yehezkiela with the telescope. Number 4, she believes that the earth is round. Break down into 3. Noun phrase, she is pronoun. For praise, believes is verb, and prepositional praise break down into 5. That is preposition. The is determiner. Earth is noun. Is auxiliary verb, and round is adverb. For deep structure, she believes that the earth is round. And the last is number 5. The house where I grew up has been demolished. Break down into 2. Noun phrase break down into 3. The is determiner. House is noun, and relative clause break down into three. Where is adverb, I is pronoun, and grow up is verb. And for place, break down into two. Has been is auxiliary verb, and demolish is verb. For deep structure, main clause, the house has been demolished, and with the relative clause, the house where I grow up. And that's all from me. Thank you for watching, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.